some of these newcomers.
I agree with you. It's always nice to have a challenge. And we are underway, and of course we are going to find the wood sword in the vanilla cave. All the items, once again, are in the normal locations. The exception is that the dungeons, while they are the vanilla locations, they are shuffled in many cases.
So what are we going to have at our level 3 location?
Let's make it level 3 tonight, just for fun. So yeah, all the levels are going to be shuffled, and we actually have Temple 7.
Got level
so
7,
and it is Temple 7.
We've got Bomb Block. We do at least have some bomb dropping enemies on the screen here. It doesn't look like you're going to really be able to do anything at the moment. We'll see if Nochi tries to get that bomb drop.
We already have the Curse of Jiggler State upon this seed. We don't have any immediate access to level 7, so the runners are going to move up to level 1 location to see what we can find up there. We have Darkness on the overworld. Now, in the last race we just had a moment ago here, we actually had them in the dungeon, so they're up on the overworld. That's an enemy that I want to say is preferred in the dungeon, but they're not. Compared to other enemies, I think they're preferred in the dungeon compared to those other enemies.
We got level 6 here, so this is going to be a rough start. Level 7 or level 6.
Oh, look at Nochibato. He's actually moving to the west side of the world. He's going to go and do some exploring over there. Now, I think he's going for the immediate Armos item in the level 6 location.
Now, one thing I was going to mention, that one of the big problems with Dark Nuts is that Dark Nuts never change their speed. They are always moving at the exact same speed. They don't stop for anything.
Now, they will recoil if they end up in a position to do that. We find the magical key already.
Toaster with the immediate any key pickup.
That is a nice item to find early. Forget what I was going to say about Dark Dust. That doesn't matter now. That magical key is a beautiful item to find as your first item.
How about Blue Wiz Robes? What do we have to say about Blue Wiz Robes?
Well, what I was saying is that magical key is a beautiful item to find because, and that boomerang, not so much. But the magical key is a beautiful item to find because that means that you're going to have very good access to locked doors. You're not going to have any doors except for shutters that will get in your way. As for that boomerang, Amazing Toaster did
Amazing Toaster is going to snub the nanner.
Yeah, he's going to snub the banana. So we already know what both of our items in level 6 are. Amazing Toaster just wants to get the Triforce and get out of here. We'll see if that's an easy task.
Yeah, we don't know the layout. You know, we could possibly have potential ladder blocks, Goma blocks, Dig Dogger blocks.
Or just 42 rooms of pure terror.
I can tell you one thing that we're not going to have are lock blocks because of that any key.
Yes.
And look at that, the recorder.
Wow.
In the vanilla recorder dungeon.
Fred?
Fred's not here, man.
Oh. Moving on. So Nochibato finding our first key item here, and the reason I refer to that as a key item and not the magical key is because key items are the ones that we need to actually get.
Oh, that's garbage right there. Leave your life for bombs, but you know what? That's good. Amazing Toaster hasn't found any heart containers yet. He enters Zombie Link status. One hit will kill him, but at least he doesn't lose any heart containers.
So as I was noting, the reason we call the recorder a key item is because certain items are needed to be able to gain access to...
Don't go to the next room.
Certain items are needed to gain access to levels, and the recorder is one of those items. So you have to have the recorder to get to the level 7 location. Without the recorder, you can't beat the game. You can beat the game without the magical key, which is why we don't refer to that as a key item, even though it is literally a key.
So to recap, the key is not a key, but the non-key is a key.
Something like that.
And it looks like Nochi is going to go check out the Armos item.
A good check to get in. It is a heart container.
Now, if I remember, you know what? I'm pretty sure, considering what's happened, I get the impression that the item's actually going to always be in that one spot. I don't know if that's entirely true or...
No, it's not true. I've seen a lot in my previous races, including the one that we just had here. We
Yeah.
actually found the, I think it was the raft down in the Blue Ring shop location, and the shop...
Oh no, that's not what I meant. I actually meant that that location on the screen, so the item in the far right spot, because that is where it is in the vanilla game.
I see what you're saying. I think it is.
Yeah,
Might be
because
right on that.
I think normally that is shuffled, that it can be any one of those top Armo statue items, but I don't think I've seen it anything other than the far right. So it could be very possible that the only thing that has been shuffled is where it's only shuffled between the location of the original staircase item on screen and that particular item. So anyway, we got level 2 here.
We have a mishmash of enemies here. That's 4 different enemies in one room. We have ropes, we have skeletons, we have likes, and I don't remember what the 4th one was. Ropes, I think?
Yeah, the snakes are the ropes.
Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, name that ink block.
Okay, that is an interesting one.
We have a bait block!
Oh my goodness! We have a bait block, folks.
That is a legitimate bait
trouble.
block. There's no way past that. Meat is required in this seed just to get anywhere in that level.
Wow.
And you can see Nochibato sitting there for a second. Do I really have to do this?
Yes, you have to give him the second breakfast.
Can't you just have a third breakfast?
And what do we got for medium secrets? Okay, 33. That's a bit above average, so that's passable.
We just got useful hint.
65 is our meat, so that's good to know.
We just got a useful hint there as well. The book is in level 10.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
I mean it is. The book. No. I'm not actually not kidding. The book is actually in level 10.
Yeah.
Have you been to level 10?
Yeah, level 10 is a beautiful place.
No, I'm not joking here. I have literally been to level 10.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. No enemies anywhere.
Maybe I should reiterate. I have used Ramchi to get to level 10, and the book is in fact in level 10.
Okay, I'll take your word for that, because I have not used
You also can't get anywhere in level 10 because of the other things, but
yeah, we'll watch Nochibato pick up the magic key here, and I'm sure he's gonna be happy to have no problem with locked doors. The old man can apparently fly.
Anyway, we got 13 as our bomb price, so that's not too bad.
That's below average. I like that.
That's a 7 rupee discount. That's fair. But it looks like Nachi can't really, get anywhere in this particular level.
Yeah, AmazingToaster had the same problem with that level, so yeah, I think Nochibato is probably not enjoying the levels in this seed so far. Well, he has the magical key, so he could go down if he wants to.
Yeah. Well,
Oh no! AmazingToaster actually did clean this out in the first go. He has the track.
That's right. Yes.
This is the one that was able to be cleaned out. Is Nochibato going to pick up the banana for us? No. Apparently, we found a wand somewhere, according to chat, and I think Nochibato has it. I don't see where he got it, however. It must have been in the which level was it? Level 5 that was in that spot, or what other level did he go to?
Well,
or was that the Armos item?
No, the Armos item was a heart container.
It was, yes.
So it must have been somewhere you're right, somewhere like level 5. It couldn't have been in level 2 because of that bait block.
Yeah, we're going to guess that it's 5 for now. And by the way, thank you also for doing the tracking for us. Turns out we all missed it, so we're going to try and get a confirmation of it when AmazingToaster finds it. Hopefully we see a better shot at it.
Somebody just take the boomerang.
There, Nochibato getting his first breakfast. Now he just gets a second breakfast for the...
Well, he's got the potassium.
Yeah.
Hey, remember, potassium is no joke.
Don't go to the next room. Nochibato, don't do it!
I think this is where AmazingToaster died.
No, I don't think he died here.
Yeah, he did because he was Zombie Link.
Oh.
He was Zombie Link and got hit by the moblins. So, yeah, it turns out the old man's advice was true.
Nochibato will have an unpleasant situation when he finds that old man. And we have whiz robes.
That's right. And level is, so it must have been, if it was on level 5, then it must have been on the floor, because we know that the staircase item was the recorder.
Yeah, that one right there.
Which Amazing Toaster is picking up right now.
So the wand had to be after that somewhere. The magic rod had to be after that. So we're going to try to keep a close eye on Amazing Toaster just to confirm exactly where the magic rod is located for our own eyesight purposes. Meanwhile, Nochibato going to the forgotten spot, clearly not forgetting about it. That's a good sign.
And you know what? He's got that information. He's got 82 rupees.
He knows about the bait block. He probably should pick up the meat right now just to have that handy and then go find some more money.
There's
that
the
would be
wand.
what I would do. There's the rod, so we see it now. So I would pick up the meat in that stereo because he knows about the bait block.
Hoping that there'd be something, maybe meat that's cheaper?
No, that's the cheap meat.
That is the cheap meat, okay. And that is fairly cheap meat, too.
The other one is something like 90. He might be thinking... Oh, he wanted the blue candle. That's what he was after first. He wanted
I guess he's prioritizing that dungeon, the level 8 spot dungeon. That's interesting that he isn't... I guess he's going straight for the level 8 location, then.
It's a bit of a gamble. Do you go for the very short level that has 2 items in it? And is very linear.
Oh, you know what? I know what he's doing. I know what he's thinking. So he's going to stop here, pick up the heart container, and then on the next screen, he's going to pick up the 100 secret, and the secret that you can't get without the candle. That way, he can go back and get the meat. So that was actually a pretty good strategy. Yes. Okay, so he's going to stop here. We're going to see what our large secrets is. It is 73 rupees. Not great, but that is enough to buy the meat.
That is definitely enough to buy the meat. That will cover the 62, I think it was, rupee
65.
cost. 65, my mistake.
Yeah.
I should move my finger up a little more. No.
I think you might actually be able to grab it from this location here.
And he's going to go to the level first.
Yeah, he's going to check out the level first. We have level 1.
Oh,
so
you want to do
this?
This
is actually a very good play, because level 1, that's the item bonanza. It looks like we either have an immediate item or we've got an immediate segmented level 1. Let's see what we got here. It's segmented.
It's a segmented level 1. The reason we know it's segmented is because level 1 normally does not have a staircase in it. So as soon as you see a staircase in level 1, you know you're going to have a segment.
Now the question is, how many segments?
1, 2, 3. Kudos to anyone who gets that reference. Oh, there you go.
It's 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 ink blots on the screen, so I'll start with level 1. Name that ink blot, and then once you've done that, we're going to move to level 5. Name that ink blot.
Now we're going to see where that Triforce is. Right over there.
Oh, I like the call for level 1. A hand suggesting dropping $1, but possibly throwing something.
I can definitely see that.
That's a good call. A very good call.
So this could possibly be our staircase room here, or an item staircase. Is it? Yes, it is. What do we got?
We got a
heart container. I mean, this is not exactly the best item, but at this point in time, that's going to guarantee Naki the white sword item. And we got our Triforce pickup there on level 5 with Amazing Toaster. It's not going to have to come back to level 5. And what is that? Oh, that's just the key?
Yeah, it looks like a key inside to get those. That's correct.
Yeah, it's lagging really hard, and it looks like we got ourselves a ladder block.
So
although you might be able to, you might be able to come back from the top. Although that's not a guarantee, though. Actually, no, that is because there's no more staircases.
Yeah, you can get to the room on the left here. Get through the
Yep.
not so danger noodles. Oh, they were dangerous enough. They took a bite.
Yeah, what are the red or white? Or white, no, red or blue, they're gonna take it white. I'm sorry, I'm thinking red, white, and blue.
White is when they're dead, right?
I guess that would make them patriotic, danger noodles. I mean,
And we found our way to the little segment over there, that thrown piece of garbage or whatever that is.
yeah, this is
So we
where the
found a
entrance
Goma
was.
over there.
Or no, I guess it wasn't.
No, it isn't. But we found a Goma over there.
Yeah.
There could be an item in that room.
Yeah, the could very real. I mean, did we find our? I'm pretty sure we found our. I guess not, but it's worth a try. This could even be.
No,
It's the
ladder.
step ladder.
What was that you said about a ladder block?
What ladder block?
Exactly. I've had one, yes, but what about second breakfast? Amazing Toaster now has his information he needs and eat.
The best thing is that Goma is definitely not blocking an item.
Well, there are 3 items. Did we see the 3rd item?
Well, it doesn't matter anyway because that was the floor drop item, that the ladder.
Oh yeah.
So that Goma's not, that Goma can't be blocking anything good. And here, oh look at this. I've got exactly 109 rupees. Should I buy the 109 bomb upgrade?
Jiggly said there are 2 floor drops in level 1.
Oh, excuse me. I'm thinking of level 8.
Yeah, you're thinking level 8. Yeah, I figured you had that backwards. So there is another
Yes.
floor drop here that is going to be necessary. That whether it's the Goma, we don't know yet. But yeah, you mentioned the bomb upgrade, 109 for the bomb upgrade. He has just enough to buy that. It is 5 bombs.
He's taking the Triforce and leaving, or is he going to come back in?
Now here's the downside. He's not going to be able to buy the meat now that he bought the bomb upgrade, but 5 bombs is a good bomb upgrade. I would get more money for that, no problem.
Well, don't forget. Don't forget though. There's a 30 secret and there's a 10 secret.
Yep.
Up here. So, and there's also this dungeon here.
And the Dark Nut's trying to get in the way.
Well, that is one way of doing a deboost. I wonder if that's something you can factor into the 80%.
That dungeon's not going to be important right now.
Now he's going to open the bomb wall.
Yeah.
That's going to save it when he's in go mode and just wants to jet right through.
And Amazing Toaster finds his access to level 1. He's going to find... The bow was in there, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned that. The bow was the 3rd item in there, so we did see the 4 drop. Nochibato did pick that up.
Maybe I guess that's why he bailed. Ooh, can you get in there? What we got here? Oh, that's 33. That's our medium.
So good eye again by also who did catch that. I did again. The 4 drops are a lot harder to catch sometimes, so I didn't see it.
That is actually one thing I would suggest though is if it's possible to make some floor drops blink. You know how the Triforce is always blinking? You know, just expand that so that you can make some of the others blink.
It's more a case if you don't have a lot of time to see them sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no way you'd miss a blinking bow. Unfortunately, Nucky is getting hit in that part. That's going to cost him some time, unfortunately. So he plans his next move. Now, we haven't seen what's on the coast yet.
No, we have not.
So he's probably going to go check out what's on the coast, see if it's anything important, see if it's anything worthwhile. And
that is indeed where he's going now. He's not checking the shop because he already knows what the shop contents generally are. The coast
white
is
sword.
A white sword. He will pick that up.
That is very good.
So that will basically have his combat. He's going to have twice the damage now. Now there is one more level of sword above that, the magical sword, which is in its vanilla location over in the graveyard. A lot of runners end up not being able to pick that up during races though because, well, A, it's slow, and B, it needs a lot of hearts to do it. Anywhere from 10 to 14 hearts, there's a gamble chance on that if you want to do it earlier. So some runners tend to not go for it because they don't get 14 hearts, and in the end it doesn't save any time.
Well, with Heart Shuffle on, because you don't know whether the item that you find is going to be a heart container or not, it's probably more likely, depending upon which way the seed goes.
Mm-hmm.
But Usually it's when the when you don't have the heart shuffle on. That's when you usually find people just completely ignoring the magic sword. So a lot of
Nochibato.
racers, they're comfortable with just white sword. White sword is enough to take down Ganon with 8 hits.
That is true as well. A lot of racers are just comfortable enough with the white sword that it's not worth the extra time. Nochibato can buy meat now if he wants to. I'm going to head along to this shop over here. Oh no, screen scroll over to level
Level 5
location. Whatever level is there, we don't know yet, so we can't say what it is yet. This is 3.
Okay,
No.
there we go.
Yeah, we hadn't been here yet, so. Nice yellow colored level 3 today, and there's a key right in the middle. We don't need that. Ooh, look at all the stuff that was making this slow for AmazingToaster.
So we've either got a segmented 3, or this is our item, or it could be absolutely nothing. Oh, that's right. There was a shutter door. I didn't see the shutter door there. Yeah, so staircases cannot coexist with shutter doors. I mean, except of course any set of stairs that's already out. Doesn't appear when you push a block.
Notice that Nochibato wasn't wasting time testing bombs there. There were 3 open doors, and he's going to check out all the paths he can before going to the point of using explosives if he can, I believe. Oh, hi, Uncle Wizzy. We must play with you?
This is no fun to do on Green Tunic, but it looks like those Wizrobes did roll down, though. Ooh, gets hit. Unfortunately, isn't able to go back out and save the room.
There was no way to unless he was able to bomb somewhere, and I didn't see it. But
Yeah.
it doesn't look like there was a way to. And for the benefit of our live viewers, just want to point out another race is starting on Speed Gaming 3. We'll probably join that after this race. Fury SK and Liquid Husband just starting over there. They have a 2-game series tonight, so definitely join over there when we're done over here. And we will definitely be interested in that race as well.
So here's an interesting thing that AmazingToaster is going to do. He is going to he's going to ladder clip all the way over to the edge of the screen, and is going to do a screen scroll to the left.
And he got it. Very nice.
Meanwhile, I've got a floor drop in 3, just a heart container. And I don't believe we've seen what our old man item is. Hey, look, there's another bomb upgrade.
You're talking about the white. You mean the white sword item?
Yeah, the white sword item.
No, we've not seen that yet. He's gonna get that after finishing level 3.
Yeah.
AmazingToaster gets the news about level 9 being at level 2. Which explains why there are rocks there. And no, it isn't. I just made that up. Should be noted that Nochibato did not get the second bomb upgrade. I believe he is saving his money for the meat now that he knows there is a meat block in the game. Both runners know that now. The meat block is required, so...
Yeah, interesting that he's not, going straight there. I guess he just... Oh, there we go. So AmazingToaster is buying the meat.
We're going to see which play works out being the better one here. As Nochibato...
Well, just double heart container in 3, so... Unfortunately, I don't think that, we did see the Triforce, didn't we?
Just replying to LZ Cars fan in chat. Yes, we did find a bait block. I'm trying to think it was level 2.
Level 2. Almost the entire dungeon was blocked off by the bait.
Shoot.
And
it's a segmented dungeon, but I was just going to reply to that. Two rooms in, beautiful bait block. You can't get past it. There's no staircase or anything before that.
Oh, you should see it. It's a beautiful looking level 2 as well. That's the French fry dungeon.
French fries.
Poutine.
Yeah, I think fries are on sale around here this week. I have to get some tomorrow.
Yeah. So now Amazing Toaster, doing the same thing that Naki did. And what do we got as our item? It is just a heart container.
Wow, the comment is a question mark.
Well, it's a good thing it's a good thing we don't know where everything is on the overworld, because that would be kind of irritating if that was our door repair charge.
Yeah, that would be very irritating.
But that is what door repair charge is, one of those things that you are never going to see in this tournament, because most of the I can pretty much guarantee like all the racers know everything about where everything in the overworld is.
Exactly, as season runners especially know where every single item can be, and they know where to check for everything. I want to reply to one comment I see in the chat as well from, and I don't normally do this, but Sakar22 commented that Shapes really got him into Zelda 1. It's a lot more than just doing the same checks and dungeons. I do agree with you. I personally like the way that the dungeons are shuffled, and that just brings a new aspect to it. And having the Shapes format means it's not just trying to go through the same bland level trying to figure out where to go. You actually know that you're going to have a different game every time going through each dungeon. So I think that's the beauty of the randomizer Shapes.
That is the unique beauty of Zelda 1, is the fact that the dungeons are built in such a way that you can rearrange everything so easily.
Exactly.
Zelda 2, it's a little bit more. It's still possible with Zelda 2, obviously, with the randomizer. With A Link to the Past, though, you start running into the situations where you just can't really shuffle the rooms, not without making significant edits to the level layout. The same goes with Link's Awakening, although that one's probably a little simpler to do. It's just you can't really do it in such a way that you can procedurally generate things.
Now, personally, I still think the Zelda Link to the Past one is fine as it is without doing that. It has a lot of variety in it as it is, so very well done randomizer there as well. Both randomizers are very well done. I like both of them.
Oh, yeah.
So they both have their unique elements that make them both great.
They both have their strengths. This one is definitely more about the exploration. That one is definitely more about the item collection and the route.
So getting back to the race here, we just opened up the bait block and we found danger noodles. We found danger noodles.
Oh, I just realized the entire dungeon looks like a danger noodle.
Yeah, that is a pair of them, except one of them is smaller. Already took a couple hits.
Here's our... Oh, oops. Unfortunately, Naki wasting a bomb on a spot that you can't bomb. You have to bomb to the right.
Whoopsie.
That happens. And it looks
look, a compass.
Now, where do you think the compass is going to be? You think it's going to be up there? Oh, it's going to be in the segment.
I would say the compass was in this room and he just picked it up.
I meant the Triforce.
It is in the segment. We do need the staircase for the triangle. We're going to look for the items first.
Well, dungeon's not very large, so it's going to be a lot easier. And let's just, step back for a moment, appreciate the fact those Zulls are going down in one hit with the white sword.
That's very appreciative.
That's great that they haven't rolled up. So we got anything in this room here? Nope.
We haven't seen anything yet, so I think both items are either in that one square room on the right or in the segment.
You know what? Is it here? Yep, it's the power bracelet.
Power bracelet is one item.
You know what? I'm calling it now Magic Boomerang in the segment area.
You do think it's Magic Boomerang?
Take a look at that. That little segment part does kind of look a bit like a boomerang. I'm gonna
go with the I'm gonna go with the book, just because you already said boomerang. I'm gonna say the book.
We're hoping for useless items.
Pretty much.
Now there's a straight shot downwards.
Ooh. Lots of pancakes here.
Ooh, wouldn't it be interesting? Well, I guess a ladder block wouldn't make much sense now.
No, it wouldn't. I think putting a ladder block here would just be cruel. We've already had...
How about a Goma block?
Hi, Goma. Well, remember what I just said about a ladder block being cruel? That Goma block is probably worse. I was going to
say Goma block,
That's a lot worse. Level 2 is going to get some great reviews after this on Yelp, I'm pretty sure.
Ugh, level nope.
Please let me the book after that. Actually, now I want it to be an important item.
Yeah. No, it's got to be. No, you're right. It should be. No, you know what it has to. You know what it has to be. You know what it
The
has.
wrap? The wrap?
No. No. It's got to be silvers.
Well, if you want it behind the Goma, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, it's
but...
Goma. If it's behind the Goma, you know it's got to be silvers. It should be silvers.
Well, Amazing Toaster has no idea that this is going to happen to him yet. I don't think he bought the arrows either, did he?
No. Well, what you're not. No one's expecting the Goma Inquisition.
The runner who buys arrows gets an edge in this.
Unless you're some sort of chair.
Yeah, this seed is turning into a beauty. That is for sure.
Oh yeah, I knew it was going to be a great seed. The moment I decided to come on commentary, 3 seconds after it was scheduled to start.
I did make a mention in the very first level of the Curse of Jiggly saying already having pains in that level. This seed is not disappointing.
Oh, in level 1?
Yeah, it wasn't level 1, whatever the first level was we saw.
Yeah. And we got level 8 here at level 7. So yeah, we've got 3 items, 2 of them in the cellar, 1 of them out on the ground.
Oh, Nochibato did buy his arrows, so he did not want to take a chance on having to find the silver, not find the silvers elsewhere and not having the money later. He wanted to make sure he had the arrows, so he did buy the arrows.
And it doesn't look like there's not a whole lot you can go this way, so let's go this way here.
So I'm going to just go back to the arrows for a second. Nochibato making, in my opinion, a good play here. There could be other Goma blocks somewhere else, and this means that any other Gomas he runs into are going to be able to fall easily.
And it looks like we've already got some pulse voices, so those arrows are definitely... But look at his rupee count. Rupee count is pretty low.
Well, that's because he bought the arrows.
Oh, yes, of course. But, I mean, it's still going to be a factor. I mean, if you end up with a Goma, you definitely don't want to be lacking in arrows.
Yeah, if you got at least 10, you're good.
Yeah, depends on how much. Well, they wouldn't roll in these particular, flag sets, but you definitely want some arrows for these pulse voicers. But look at that,
No.
They give it lots of money.
There's some arrows.
Got an arrow pickup on Toaster's side. Oh! And of course, no sooner did Nochibato buy some arrows that we get the silver arrows.
Isn't that just how it works? As soon as you buy the arrows.
I mean, the good news is at least that Goma block back in 2 is still required, but unfortunately, it doesn't necessarily mean that we were going to have a ladder, an arrowless silvers, I guess.
It just means you may want to pick up another large secret if you need extra money for something.
Yeah, well, he's got one more large secret left, and that's
Yep.
just a couple screens south of this area, so...
These bunnies are being a little unpredictable here. Amazing Toaster getting a health refill. He's going to go to the level 7 location and join Nochibato in level 8. Ladies and gentlemen, name that tune. I think I cut off the start of it. Sorry about that. So amazing. Go ahead.
I was going to say, here's a possible item.
It
It's...
is.
Yeah,
There's your scrap metal.
their favorite
I don't even
boomerang.
I don't even call that an item. I just call that, a piece of scrap metal.
Well, the scrap. It's scrap.
Yeah, it's metal,
No, it's scrap.
but it's also metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's whatever it's made of. It's scrap.
Yeah, okay.
It's crap.
I think chat's replying to you on that.
Uh-oh. Did they finally figure out what I was trying to say?
Yes. Oh, we have Patra at level 8.
Expando Patra, yay!
Oh, and of course, Nochibato getting cornered and trying to deal with some of the bugs, and I think he locked the pattern, which is... Oh! That's a bad time taking death to a Patra.
It looks like those Patra orbits must have rolled down. So the Patra body itself is never going to change, because on these flags we don't have bosses plus and minus HP. But the Patra orbits are considered regular enemies. Unfortunately, those Patra orbits, they are particularly... Does he get the lockdown? Looks like it. Anyway, there we go. He's taking care of it. We get the map. That everybody name that ink blot. That thing at the bottom looks like a shoe.
Yeah, the shoe I can see. That's a high heel shoe.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call the rest of that.
Oh, you know what that is? That's the windfish.
The windfish wears high heel shoes?
Yes.
Please explain. Actually, never mind. Don't. I don't want to imagine that. We have a manhandler, and actually the second bomb was very nicely placed. I didn't expect that to work. But he got the second bomb, and that manhandler is deceased.
It's noodle time.
Noodles. And we have a room full of Stalfos once again. Nochibato, meanwhile, fighting some bunnies using the arrows. He's still around 24 or 23 arrows, still more than he started with in this dungeon. So, still doing okay as far as weaponry for shooting bunnies.
Those Stalfos, they rolled upwards. It's taking 2 white sword hits, where they usually only take 1 white sword hit.
That's right. And now Nochibato finding the manhandlers. They high five somewhere in this area.
Yeah, they're pretty close to each other at this point, but you know, Naki does have the advantage of the... Well, actually, they both have the map. What am I saying?
Yes. And Nochibato, or AmazingToaster, go back to the shoe. The shoe is our entrance. You have to staircase into that huge segment up there. Always nice to see the
Well, there's the compass.
Down. Always nice to see the Zolds go down without a fight. Is that 5? Yep, that's $5 inside the skeleton. I feel bad that it actually swallowed the money and you had to, kill it to free the money.
Yeah, I know. I mean, as you know, it's like Link getting his $5 stuck in the... Or 5 cents stuck in that. Well, never mind.
Forget what you were saying. We found the raft at level 8.
Yeah, I'm going to abort that joke. You wouldn't have wanted to heard that joke anyway. It was really dumb. Thank you, Raft.
Yeah, thank you, Raft, for saving us from that horrible joke. By the way, something about level 8. Level 8 is one of those dungeons in the game that has 3 items in it. And you kind of mixed this up with level 1 earlier, I recall. There are 2 dungeon items and 1 floor drop item in level 8. So that raft was one of 2 dungeon items that we're going to see here.
Yeah. Yeah, our first one was the scrap metal. The second one was that. Now we're just looking for a floor item. Potentially a floor item.
Didn't we see silvers in here, actually?
Which? Silvers?
We saw silvers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's...
So he has all the items.
So we found all 3 of our items then.
And AmazingToaster has not found all the items yet, but between the 2 runners, we have found all the items. Nochibato still doesn't have the
Indeed.
raft.
Oh, so...
AmazingToaster still doesn't have the silvers. And
that is right.
We don't care about the scrap metal. We know Nochibato saw it. AmazingToaster's not going to want it either.
Yeah. So our silvers, I believe, were in the room to the left. On Toaster's side.
He didn't go to the room on the left.
Oh dear. This might be interesting.
This could be. Now we have, well, dangerous enough noodles. And that's Nokibato's third item of level 8. He has his raft. Well, he will in a second once he kills these bats, apparently. Now he just has to figure out where the triangle is. We know from Amazing Toaster's side where the triangle is. Nochibato has not found the compass or the triangle itself yet. And as you said, this could be interesting with Amazing Toaster not knowing where the silvers were and passing them up, but he's going to have another chance to get them right now if he checks that room. I think you said it was this room on the left, but he doesn't want to kill the bunnies because he did not buy the arrows, and that may be influencing his decision.
Did he not? He did not buy the arrows? I thought he bought arrows.
He did not. Nochibato bought the arrows.
Oh, I thought they both bought arrows.
There's the scrap metal, so that's 2 items for Amazing Toaster. And there's a locked door here. Thank goodness he has the any key. He may go down into that room now.
So if he goes down to this room and he tries going one more room to the south, it should be where the arrows are, more or less.
Let's see if he can go south from here. He cannot unless he can bomb south. He knows the triangle's here. He's not going to clear this room yet. So he's going to see what's over here. Oh, hi, bunnies. These bunnies are really blocking the way to the silvers, aren't they?
Yeah. Should be able to clear this room and go down, though.
I think the Pole's voice rolled up. That was 5 hits with the magic rod. What's their vanilla hits? 5 or 7 or 9?
I believe it's 9 hits normally.
Oh, it is 9? Okay, that may be vanilla or +1 then.
Yeah, I think some would say it's 10. All I know is it's 3. It's 3. The 3 magic sword hits.
Anyway, Nochibato did find the level 8 Triforce, so he is out of there. He's done one of the harder levels in the run, and he's going to move on to greener pastures at this point. As Amazing Toaster finds a set of bombs, going to drop one there and leave the rest sitting on the ground over there. Leave your life. Thank goodness that's the bomb entry.
He's probably going to go back this way. Can he bomb down, or is he going to just grab the Triforce?
I hope he tries to bomb down.
No.
He might just grab the Triforce. Oh, if he misses the silvers here. Oh, no. Let's see if he goes back in. This is going to be a key moment right here in this race.
Yeah, this is going to give him time.
Will he go back in? He will not go back in. We are not going to have Amazing Arrow getting silver arrows. This is going to be a critical decision in this race right now, as he does have a Triforce lead, 1 extra Triforce, but Nochibato does have the weaponry.
Wait, did you just call him Amazing Arrow?
I said Amazing Toaster, so it doesn't have the silver arrows.
I thought you called him Amazing Arrow for some reason. No, and I'm like, well, there's a nickname.
I think it came out right, but that would be quite a nickname.
Yes, Amazing Arrow.
Oh, apparently chat is telling me I can't speak. Good. Thank you, chat.
Welcome to the club.
Yep. Verbal diarrhea happens periodically. You just deal with it.
And meanwhile, Nochibato is back here in level 5 in pursuit of that Triforce. Amazing Toaster has already found it.
Speaking of, I want to apologize to Amazing Toaster if everyone starts calling him Amazing Arrow.
Oh, no, that's perfect. If that's what costs him the race in the tournament, that is a most fitting name. I mean, a bit ironic, but amazing arrow. I mean, if famous runners can call themselves Can't Find Bo, for example. But I guess it's only funny if that's the name he adopts. Otherwise, it's not very funny, is it? Anyway.
Or you could just go with the name that Cyber KO accidentally called him and called him Magic Toaster.
Magic Toaster.
Anyway, moving on back to the race here. Amazing Toaster has moved into level 4. This is a level that neither runner has cleared yet. What is he going to find in this staircase? There's the instruction manual. We don't need that. Oh, apparently LOZ called him Magic Toaster, not Cyber Chaos.
Oops. Okay, now, so... Oh. We have our bow, we have our silvers, we have our raft, we have our ladder. And we know where the magic boomerang is. It's probably likely that item in level 2 that was Goma blocked is probably the red ring or just a heart container.
The red ring would be nice to have, but at the same time, we still have to go that way to get our triangle, so it might be worth checking what that is.
Yeah. It'd be a small check.
We had another chance to play Name That Tune there, so if you didn't already hear it, you just heard it. Name that tune. I actually don't know if I've heard that one before.
I don't have my audio all the way up here. Let's see.
We're being told it's Metroid, so we'll figure that out later.
There we go. Naki's back here in level 2.
And since we know it's Metroid, that's why I've never heard it. I don't play NES Metroid.
Okay, that's fair. NES Metroid is kind of a little bit of a grind.
Yeah. So Nochibato is going to work his way over to the Goba. Amazing Toaster not forgetting about the forgotten spot.
Yeah, I guess the forgotten spot tends to be a lot less forgotten when you call it the forgotten spot.
Yeah, it's that's how it tends to work. If you always forget something, you just call it the thing you forget, and you're gonna remember it.
All right, so now we're going to see what's past this Goma. You know, it's the Triforce. The red ring.
What else is past Goma? Well, there was a bomb drop there. It could have been a drop, but it was just bombs in that case. So there is an item in one of these 3 rooms. There's also a Triforce in that one with a flashing red dot, which means there's only 2 rooms the item could be in now. That was not it. So we're gonna go left and see what the item is. Why not?
Why not? The Triforce room is just a bunch of keys. It's the red ring.
That is a good detour for Nochibato picking up the red ring. That will give him much stronger defenses to go with that white sword that he's carrying around. So, gonna have 4 times the damage capability that he can take now.
He's gonna be able to just, tank a lot of those enemies. But hey, look at that! Amazing Toaster has already got 11 hearts. So now, what are we missing? We're missing Triforce out of 4 and 7.
We never really called that the runners are in Go mode. I think both of them are in Go mode here. We never really called that. No, I take that back. We don't have a red candle. They didn't buy the blue candle, did they? Or did they?
No, they both bought the blue candle.
Okay, we don't have it lit up on our tracker yet. There is a blue candle on our tracker that's not lit up, so that's what's throwing me off.
Well, they have to. They both have the Triforce in level 1, and level 1 is candle blocked.
I thought they had the blue candle.
Oh, speaking of which, here's a logically required Goma block.
Yeah, this is logically required. You can skip this.
Yeah, using a block clip. And it's very important to understand that block clipping or screen scrolling is never factored into the logic. So any racer that, is not particularly good or is unable to do those, that's a quick Triforce.
I'll let you continue what you were saying.
Anyway, any racer that's not familiar or is, find difficulty performing these tricks, they might be at a bit of a disadvantage, during a race, but otherwise they should still be able to complete every seed that's given them. I believe the only true block in a seed could be bombs related. If you have a situation where you don't have any bomb, or you can't, you need a lot of bombs, you have no way of getting extra bombs easily. Probably mostly found in swordless mode, because that means that the dongos are no longer able to drop bombs after stunning them.
Just for the benefit of our live viewers, another race just starting up on Speed Gaming 5 right now. And if you are watching on YouTube, thank you again for joining us. I'm Cyclone, joined by Jiggly Saint here. We're calling this race between AmazingToaster and Nochibato. On Speed Gaming 5 on the live end right now, Shaddy and Slits. I think it's pronounced Slittic? Yeah. Their race is starting right now on Speed Gaming 5. So that shows you how busy our schedule is tonight. We have that going on, Fury SK and Liquid Husband going on Speed Gaming 3, and this race right here. So thank you for joining us. And we hope you're enjoying all the Zelda 1 randomizer going on tonight.
And of course, with AmazingToaster is in level 7, and Nochibato is in level 4. We're in Triforce and Go mode.
Oh, there's our red candle.
Okay, red candle is in 7.
So all items have been located now. That means we know that there are 2 heart containers in level 9, and well, there's what we got everything tracked. So
yep.
Obviously you can see everything in the middle, but we'll go over some of the important things here. Bow is in level 1, so is the ladder. The silvers for the bow were in level 8. The raft was also in level 8. Those were 2 really key levels to go to tonight, because that's really almost everything you need as AmazingToaster gets his Triforce there, and that puts him in level 9. So we're going to stop our tracking here, and we're going to talk about what AmazingToaster is about to do. He's heading to level 9, which is the level 2 location. That's why he's warping to the level 8 location, where I think it was level 1, because that's the closest level to get to level 9 from. Mm-hmm. He's going to walk into level 9. He's going to look for, or listen rather, for the sound of a squealing pig. When he hears the sound of a squealing pig, he will know that that pig is north, south, east, or west, not whichever way he came from anyway, but orthogonically north, south, east, or west from wherever he is at that moment. And at that point, if you can find your way into the Ganon's room, then you can go kill that squealing pig and create some lovely bacon. Along the way, you might find a shutter door that does not open, which is not in this room. If we find a shutter door that does not open, that means that could be Zelda. We'll know that it is the case if all the enemies are killed, if all the blocks are pushed, the door still does not open. Like that shutter door right there. Let's watch that right now and see if that opens.
It's not going to. It's going to open. It is going to open because there's another shutter door at the bottom.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to bring up here. That shutter door has to open. Because there's 2 shutter doors, that cannot be Zelda's room because all shutter doors are under the same flag.
Now the exception to that is Ganon's room, which can have a double shutter door that leads to the princess, because there's a specific event that is triggered after you defeat Ganon, and it's the same one that's linked up to that single shutter door. So if there are 2 shutter doors in that room, then both of them would open, which meant that one of them would be, wouldn't be able to be opened until after you defeat Ganon. So, and by the way, I just want to mention that we weren't able to go to the left when we entered the old man room at the very start. So there could very well be something there. Now, we do know where the princess is located, at least in theory, because we do have a compass pickup from AmazingToaster.
That early compass means that we know where it is, and we're not going to be interested in the shutter doors anymore at all. So,
yeah, I was going to say, most likely what that means is there's probably a corridor staircase to the left of the start room. Or, to the left of the old man Triforce room.
Could be.
Yeah, most likely. The only other option would be Zelda's room, right? Actually, it could be, although it would mean that you'd have to come in from the bottom, though. So. And Nochibato is entered into level 9. just needs to go off to the right here. I believe this was where the compass was located. So now they're both on an even foot, with Amazing Toaster just having a little bit more exploration under his belt. And Toaster does find the map. And oh my goodness. You know what? Do you see where Zelda's located?
Yeah, I see that. That is very, very one route, one way in, one way out. If there's no access to that section, we could have a magic staircase somewhere.
Yeah, we're definitely looking at a possibility of a magic staircase.
And this is one of those level 9s I look at and say, oh, that's a punch card.
And we got Gomez in level 9.
At least we're not going to have trouble killing this one.
True. We can just walk past it.
Or just walk past it. Yeah, that works too. Red ring. Yeah, we have Landmolas.
So the big question is where's Ganon? You know, maybe what if Ganon's up on the very upper right corner?
I don't know the answer to that question, but I have another question for her. How do you like them apples? Apparently, yeah, okay, that's already been marked, so we're good. Don't ask me, I just work here. Thank you for your help, old man. You could actually provide some information since you work here.
I was referring to the fact that he just basically answered my question. Oh. Don't ask me, I just work here.
That is actually a very good point. He heard you. Ah, there's one of our hearts. We know that both items in here are heart containers.
You know what? We're not even at the hour mark. We already have 100% seed.
Yeah, we already have all the items known. We already have both runners going for that sub-hour at this point.
I don't know if they're gonna quite have enough time to get the sub-hour. You'd have to find Ganon within like the next 20 seconds in order to even have a shot at that.
We don't have the path to the lower right, to the lower left.
Yeah,
either,
exactly,
so
right.
It's hard to get the sub-hour. They're both going for it, but they're not going to get it, I don't think.
Yeah, Amazing Toaster is probably going to check down here first before, you know, going up to that one little corner and checking the one off. It's up at the top. Meanwhile, it looks like we actually, Nochibato is a bit closer to Zelda, sort of. We don't know the exact route, though, so it's kind of hard to say. But hey, look at that! You could go from one side of the dungeon to the other.
Those are always the best staircases as Nochibato gets his map. Oh, Amazing Toast's going to find the path to the girl. Well, maybe, if you can bomb here. If you can't bomb here, we know it's a magic staircase. Oh, thank you, Pancakes. Yep, you can bomb here.
Not a magic staircase.
That's a tea room, and you have to be able to get to that tea room.
So that means
the room
there is.
below.
So that means there's a staircase down here, which
there has to be a staircase. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's basically this staircase here is technically out of logic.
Yeah, there's no reason you would ever use this staircase. If you were coming, like if you came the other way, the logical way, and you went up, by logic, you can't go any further. You have to go back down that staircase like Amazing Toaster just did. But because Amazing Toaster is one of those many skilled runners in this game who can flip across, he just did it his own way.
And I believe that staircase is that brought you back to the map room.
Nokibato's going the other direction from where Amazing Toaster just was. He's down in the vicinity of the tea room right now. So I don't think we've heard a pig yet, have we?
Unfortunately, my audio is a bit down because
Also, it was replying to us in chat that we have. I just didn't catch exactly where that was.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, I kind of have the impression that it's kind of up here.
Northwestish, apparently. Which means that there are 3 rooms in the northwest that are blotted out, and very interesting coverage over there.
Oh. There's a staircase room here at this corner.
So here is a old man who just works here. So the pig must have been heard through here. Since we have Nochibato now, we should be able to hear it soon. Look at all that money for arrows. I think I hear it. Pig is to the left. Possibly.
Oh.
Or is it? Yeah, it has to be left or down. And that means
Here it
left.
is.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. And with the white sword, the 8 hits on Ganon's body, and then the silver arrow to finish him off.
Is it just me, or is Ganon always in a moat room?
No, he was in a pretty clean room last race, I think.
It's like half of these races that I see, it's all in these moat rooms. I mean, that's not entirely true though, but it feels like it.
I think it was about 5 hits if I counted right, 5 or 6.
It's 8 hits with the white sword.
So far. I was counting how many he had so far, and I was
okay. Well, it looks like he gets the stun lock, fires
he got
the
the
silver
stun
arrow.
lock.
We have bacon.
And he knows where the girl is. Both runners know where the girl is. So Nochibato has a definitive lead right now. If he can find his path
Can't bomb
to
south.
Oh, look where Amazing Toaster is. He's going to come upon Gan's room right now. Oh, no, he's not. He's going past... Or was this it? He's passing it. Oh, he doesn't have silvers. He didn't get the silvers.
Oh my god.
I forgot about that. He's looking for silvers. That's why he didn't go fight Ganon. I completely forgot about that. Nochibato actually had a huge advantage because he actually got the silver arrows.
He's not
silver arrows were at level 8.
Go
Amazing
mode.
Toaster is not in go mode.
This is Naki's game to lose.
No, I did recognize that earlier, but I forgot when he came to level 9 that he didn't have the silver arrows. I actually
we both
forgot.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we both forgot. So he's trying to find the silvers in 9. He has not found the items in 9 yet. Meanwhile, Nochibato just has to go north, and he's done this race. And there is the girl, and that means Nochibato takes a 2-1 win over Amazing Toaster with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 56 seconds. And I completely forgot that Amazing Toaster did not have the silver arrows that entire level 9. So get your GGs in chat for Nochibato. And we will see if Nochibato wants to come to chat about that. So while we wait to see if he wants to join us, just to remind you a couple races that are going on elsewhere, and we're probably gonna host into Speed Gaming 5 when we're done here. I do know that we have Fury SK and Liquid Husband going on Speed Gaming 3. Right now, Adirondack, Crimson Avix are doing commentary on that. They will have another game in that series. Game number 3, if needed, will follow on the same channel at 11 o'clock, or whenever the first race is done. And on Speed Gaming 5, we have Shady and Slidic. They are racing on that channel right now, and we do have on commentary there LOZ Cards Fan and Norestra commentating that one. So those are the races that are going on right now. Aside from this one, we're going to go ahead and stay with Amazing Toaster as he tries to find his silver arrows, and he just left level 9. And I do see Nochibato has joined us in the broadcast server. So at this point, we can just say congratulations, Nochibato, on the 2-1 victory and GG.
Thank you very
much. So first question, how did you feel about that seed tonight?
The combat was a lot better than last night.
Now, one really, shall we just say, annoying level. I bet you don't want to see level 2 again.
Now, why would you think that? I only had to triple dip it.
Yeah, triple dips are not fun, that's for sure. Very linear level, no way through with that vape block. Like, what was your feeling when you walked in? You went 2 rooms and you're like, no, I don't want to give you a second breakfast.
Okay, baits required, not bad. Then when I was buying the bait, it's like, I should buy the arrows now. Nah, I'll wait. I don't need them.
Yeah, what are the chances there's a Goma block as well?
With my luck, 99.7%.
Okay, who rolled this seed?
I don't know, but thankfully, I got a little bit lucky. I found the silvers because I think that's what gave me the advantage looking at chat.
Oh, you don't know how much of an advantage it gave you.
You have no idea.
Amazing
no idea.
Toaster at this moment is looking at level 8 for the silver arrows. And he's looking in the wrong place. And you know what? You know what the worst part is? It's a room full of the room was blocked off by a room full of Pulse voices. He's just not killing those Pulse voices.
Of course, bunnies
Yeah.
regarding the silvers. I didn't even realize that when I did it.
Yeah, we noticed that when I think it was Amazing Toaster I noticed on the other side of the room. The other entry was also guarded by Pole's voice, so both sides you could get in. It was guarded by Pole's voice, and there was no other way in.
You know
he didn't
what?
want to fight the Pole's voice.
He might have mismarked his map. He
Could've
might
done
not.
that too.
He might not even be looking for a floor drop. Now he is going back this way, so. Well, yeah, I guess maybe he is looking for a floor drop, but he's just not looking for that floor drop. Oh wait, is it this room? No,
No.
that was not the room.
No.
No, it should be the room under the Triforce, if I'm not mistaken.
You're correct.
I think you were right the first time, so I remember you saying it was lower right of the Triforce.
Yeah, see, he's not checking that room, and it's clearly not been marked off on the map. So,
He just hasn't gone to the correct room.
well, why would you not try that?
Wait! Apparently he was in that room.
Oh, then he hasn't marked it down as empty.
Oh no. That's what it was. He mismarked it as an empty room.
Well, we're gonna have to ask him.
Well, and I'm seeing a chat saying he wasn't there. I'm looking at or was it the room under the Triforce?
He's not been in that room. If you take a look at his map, he has not been in that room.
Okay, it was the room under the Triforce then. It was not lower right of the Triforce. It was
Yeah,
under
no,
the
it's-
Triforce.
yeah,
That's the room he's not been in.
But
Okay,
he might have marked that off anyway because he's not going back.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be checking that room.
The room lower right of the Triforce is actually the staircase that takes you
Yeah.
up there.
I realize that now, yes.
Yeah, because I remember you went into the staircase, and then you just went right, and then boom, silvers.
He's gonna come up from that staircase right now, and there he is now, lower right of the Triforce room.
And now he's gonna have to.
Now he's gonna go left. He's gonna find the silver arrows and realize this is
what's
where
he
he
gonna
needed to
do?
be all
Burn or
this
bomb?
time.
Burn or bomb?
Well, he's gonna have to kill these Zolts.
Oh
No, he's
my
not killing him!
goodness, he doesn't kill him!
What is going on here? He's locked out now.
Oh no! Well, I mean, they're just gels. It's not like
He's gonna check the staircase. He might not be looking for the floor drop. You're right. He's not looking for the floor drop. He's left. He's gone down. He's in this section.
I'd say he's left. I'd say he's left the building.
I'd say he's lost.
And he's been in the room now, so he's coming back. He's coming back. So what do you think, burn or bomb?
Well, he doesn't have bombs, so he can't bomb. Now he's gonna get bombs.
I guess he's gonna wand it to death.
Let's see if he actually kills the Zols and sees it. No, he's not going to the room! I would just redo everything at this point.
I don't mean to laugh. I really don't mean to laugh. It's a tough race, but we know it's almost like he's listening to us and he's intentionally not going in that direction. That's what it feels like.
At this point, he's paying the mugger a her because he probably doesn't care now.
Oh, he probably knows.
Noma does nothing.
But I mean, this is probably. You know what though? That's still not the worst. Still not the worst go mode I've seen.
We are getting some intel from the chat that he does have both stair items marked on the map and not on the tracker and not the floor drop. So he is looking for a floor drop, but he did not clear out the room that has the silver arrows in it, and that is probably what's going to throw him for a loop now, because he just walked through that room, killed 2 of the Zols like these ones, didn't kill the other ones, and now is going in circles trying to figure out where to go. He's going to kill this Patra now.
Hey, this Patra could have the silver arrows.
He's probably thinking, of course, it's the Patra. Good news is he should survive this fight. There it is. And that was not the silver arrows. That was the bomb. Is he going to go up A here, or is he calling it quit? Nope. He's not calling it quits yet.
You know what? I imagine he's probably going to call it quits after finding the silvers.
I think so, too.
Yeah, I think it's just because I mean, at that point in time, for some racers, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, the validation that you finally found it.
Yeah, the validation that you can finish it. You know, it's like, do you really need to go through the whole thing of killing Ganon and rescuing the Zelda?
Yeah, very often.
All you really want to know is can I logically kill Ganon and logically find Zelda? That's all that really matters.
And a lot of the races end up being far apart for a reason like this. That's usually what happens. Either the other runner, and I'm not saying that AmazingToaster will or won't do this. Either the other runner will go until he gives up, or he will find the item and then say, you know what, that's enough. I now know I can finish the seed. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
And then some runners will still finish the seed. So we'll see what AmazingToaster just usually he did kill the Sacramentus.
Now usually you do find the immediate forfeits when a game 2 or a game 3 is happening right afterwards. So there's also that too, or things are getting late. So it all depends, I'd be like, well, is he thinking about it?
He's noticing that all the rooms have been marked off. I think he is leaving.
Nope.
No, he's going back in.
Maybe he's gonna try.
I think he's concluded it's not in the shoe. That's the good news. So I wonder if he's going to go up the staircase and start going left from there. And I have a feeling as soon as he does that...
Yeah, so he knows that the top of the shoe is where the raft was. Okay, so it's not in this room.
No, he knows that now. And he's probably just making sure and verifying, because actually that's the staircase anyway.
When you're like this, you're probably likely to just be like, okay, so he's continuing now, so what's he gonna do?
He's gonna try to... He is leaving. Oh no! Oh no, what does he have left that he hasn't completed though? According to chat, he's going to 7. And I think the live stream for him is a little bit ahead of us, so it's possible that someone is just giving us the information he is heading to 7. So here he goes into 7, and we know that the blue candle's in here and not really any, or the red candle's in here and not really anything else. So that we know.
Yeah. Well, he may want to get that red candle, so that he can burn the silvers when he finds it.
That could also be related. He would, of course, have to know that the red candle was here to know that the silvers were in 8.
Hey, here's an idea. You have to burn. You have to burn the silver arrows 100 times, and you win the game.
Get to work,
Imagine-
Nochibato.
No.
Yeah, or you have to like burn the blue boomerang and you win. So it's like the win condition is. Allie just found the. Is that the map?
That was the map. What do you think that icon is, Nochibato?
Just found the. Oh dear, he found the heart container and he's like, what?
That looks like a really
At
weird
this
ship
point-
with a figurehead.
Yeah, it looks like a sinking ship. At this point, AmazingToaster has thrown in the towel. He has forfeit from the race. So at this point, I am not surprised. Get your GGs in chat. He gave it a good try. He just did not clear the correct room. And that is what it was. We'll see if he wants to come in and talk about it.
I don't know where on the floor. I don't know where on the floor of 8 that arrow is, but I don't care anymore.
Well, you did clear out all but, I think, one room in that level 8 AmazingToaster. And the room to the left of the staircase, you killed 2 of the Zols. You moved on. If you killed the rest of them, you would have found the silver arrows.
Crap.
That's where they
I
were.
must not have seen it because of I don't know, was it a dark room or something weird like that?
No, you came, like, you got out of the shoe. You started in the shoe, of course, as we refer to it lovingly. And as soon as you came up from the staircase, one room to the left, that's the room.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, that was painful. We were actually watching the race thinking it was a closer race, and I forgot that you hadn't picked up the silvers. It wasn't until I wondered why you weren't fighting again, and I realized it. But other than that, how did you find the seed?
It wasn't terrible. The key right away was nice.
Magic key, yep. That level 2 bait block, pretty much a genuine bait block.
Yeah, I was trying to. I bought the bomb upgrade, and then I realized, oh yeah, I still have to buy my.
Yeah, there were a lot of things needed in that seed, and you needed to have the arrows, or either arrows or silver arrows, to get past Goma for level 2 Triforce. Obviously, you had the regular arrows to do that. In Nokibato's case, he bought the arrows right after finding the Goma, and then immediately found the silver arrows right after it, and that's what put him into, I think it was go mode for you at that point. Wasn't it, Nochibato?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think that was go mode for you at that point. And then it was just sailing from there for him. It was just that obstacle, the silver arrows not getting found, that really set this race apart between the two of you. Jason, you want to ask any questions?
Yeah, it's not really a whole lot that I can be thinking of. It's just, yeah, it's just that one spot that just, hate. It's like you really have to hate it when things like that happen.
Yeah, it sucks.
It does.
It really does.
It's not just it feels bad from your perspective. It's also bad too because as much as we love to talk about seeing bad things happen to racers, we really love seeing the closer races, right? And when one racer just things don't click or things don't happen, you feel really bad because it's just that feeling of just they really are frustrated.
I think the better way to put it is we like seeing bad things happen to racers, but we don't like seeing
okay, here's the thing.
bad things where
You like seeing bad things happen to both racers equally.
Exactly.
Yes, we like to see the back and forth. We like to see one person struggle, the other person gets ahead, and then they have a comeback and things like that. What we don't like is when one racer gets so far behind that it becomes, I hate to say the term lost cause, but that's almost how it is, right? But and it's like I guess, yeah, it's just sometimes it's just we like to see the more evenly matched games, and most of the time I mean, the thing is that, it's like, if it wasn't for just that one thing, everything would have been, so much more, right?
I was hoping to put on a good show, and that's all I hope for in these races, just
You know
to
what?
make the show entertaining.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what it is that, above, as much as we love, everyone loves to win, right? A lot of it is that this is, a hobby, right? And, we're showing off skills and everything, all the great skills, the great routing, all of those things, right? It's like racers have their on days, they have their off days and things like that. And sometimes it's great, to see how close you can get to dethroning, say somebody like Unos, right? Like, sometimes that's just the thrill, is to just see how close you can get.
I'm not thinking about Unos yet. I can't think about Unos yet. JSR is enough of a challenge for me right now.
Yeah.
There are a lot of talented riders in this community, to be honest. Like, Unos is not simply a benchmark. There's a number of runners, and some of them can even beat Unos on any given day. So it's any number of runners in this community could technically win this tournament, not just Unos. So there's a lot of great talent in this community, and it's always great seeing when we have these tournaments. It's always great seeing all the great talent come together and compete to see who can get to the end out of all those great runners. There's a lot of contenders in this kind of event. But in any case, we should probably start wrapping up here, because there are a couple other events going on. Again, for those who are still with us here, we do have on Speed Gaming 3, we do have Liquid Husband and Fury SK. We have Speed Gaming 5, we have Shadi and Slidic. Any last thoughts from either of the runners before we do turn over to those?
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'll take that as we're good. Make sure you follow both the runners here. We will get their links in chat again, so you can follow both those runners. And for those who are watching on YouTube, it's twitch.tv/followed by, and then follow that with whichever the two names you see on the left or right, preferably without the number in those cases. Those are the seed numbers. You'll be able to get to their Twitch channel. You can hang out with them and chat with them when they're not racing, or even when they are racing, I guess, in some cases. With that said, make sure to follow my co-commentator, Jiggly Saint, as well. And make sure, of course, you follow our tracker, Alsoa. Alsoa was putting in the work behind the scenes for this race as well. Thank you so much for that. And any last thoughts for you, Jiggly Saint, before we do wrap up?
No. I'm just always looking forward to watching, the next races. And, yeah.
Well, I always look forward to seeing next races as well. Always some great action going on in this kind of format. Always great. Still a lot of races going on. This is a round of 64. We only have 2 rounds of the bracket done for a number of these runners. There's still 32 people once we get through this round that are going to be vying for this title. There's still a lot of Zelda ahead. Yeah. So make sure you stay tuned not only to Speed Gaming 2 through 6, but also give a follow over to Randomania 2 through 4. They've been putting on a lot of our races in this tournament as well. For example, earlier tonight they had the J Cobra versus Dude, and they had and that was, I think, the one that you came from, right, Jiggly Saint?
I know, I came from the other one.
Oh, you came from the other one. I don't see it on the schedule right now. So
yeah,
I'll whatever the other one was.
that was the Unos versus NY Rambler. Yeah, that was. I recommend going back and watching the VOD of that one. That was a pretty good race.
Well, either way, we'll go ahead and we'll wrap up here. Make sure to follow those channels again. And as for what's going on here on Speed Gaming, let me just see what else we have going on quick. I'll try to bring that up quickly so we don't stay too long here. Other events that are going on here on Speed Gaming, for those that are interested in those kinds of events, Magic the Gathering is going on the main channel right now. Some other events going on tomorrow, in addition to a number of other Zelda races that are on the schedule. We have some Hollow Knight, we have some Undertale, Genocide Tournament going on over there. We have some Super Mario Galaxy. They're doing a Luigi Run race. That's just some of the events going on here. Final Fantasy Randomizer Weekly. So some of the events going on here tomorrow, aside from all the Zelda. Let me actually bring up quickly, if I can, the schedule for tomorrow, if possible. We don't know the channels for any of these races yet, but some races that are on tomorrow. We have Thurwolf versus Crimson Avix at 6 o'clock. Zarnax 42 versus Fryteeth at 7:30. Dr. J, PhD, Thor and J going on at 8 o'clock. Zornax 42 Fried Teeth are a doubleheader, by the way, which would be game 1 and 2, so those races will both take place. RC Drone versus Malcure is at 9:30. So is Redbird Grad versus our tracker tonight, Alsoa. At 10 o'clock, Dr. J, PhD, and Thor and J are going to have their second race. Looks like those are about 2 hours apart. And then Shadi versus Slidic, if needed, we'll have game 3 tomorrow as well. That's what's going on Speed Gaming 5 right now, so go watch that one. We'll see if that one's needed for tomorrow. Other than that, that's what we have going on tomorrow on this tournament. Make sure you come back and watch some of that, both here and Randomania. As for right now, I just want to thank you, Chad, again for joining us. If it wasn't for you, we'd basically be sitting here talking to ourselves. So thank you for watching us talk to ourselves and for joining us for some exciting Zelda action here. Look forward to seeing you for more. Lots of Zelda still to come in the coming days and weeks. Stay tuned. I'm Cyclone to you, joined by
Me, Jiggly Saint.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.